Hello everybody, welcome back. Doing something I haven't done in quite a while. I'm at the gas station. I'm gonna fill up the Coachman. I'm gonna fill up the tank. Haven't done it in a while. It won't be long, we're gonna be traveling in it again. We're just taking a little run today, but I thought it needed some gas. I'm like, might as well fill it up. Gas is down a little bit right now. I think we're paying $3.59 a gallon here at the Honey Bear Mart. I think the Coachman only has a 40-gallon tank. There it took 28.6 gallons. Yeah, ouch. that's a reminder of what it takes to run this thing. All right.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Crooked Creek Dam Road, State Park Road.
All right. I something on my mind. Something's really bothering me about the Coachman. See how dirty the glass is? It's not just that. I haven't washed the Coachman in probably over a year. It's embarrassing. It's so filthy.
Next right onto Crooked Creek Dam Road, State Park Road.
I don't know what's happened to me. I used to, I think, take more pride in my vehicles, that they were all shined and cleaned, and I've just really left it go. Same with the van.
Continue on Crooked Creek Dam Road for 1 mile.
It is. It's embarrassing how bad I've left this get. So I gotta do something about it soon. Gonna get started on the Coachman. I think when we get back to the garage, I'm gonna go and get the oil change out of the way. And I'm gonna put that other donut gasket in the driver's side exhaust. I can put those 2 jobs to bed. I really need to get a bucket and scrub stuff out, and soap and the pressure washer, and maybe I'd be more motivated to work on it if I at least cleaned it up and it had a little nicer appearance. The back is completely filthy. I don't know if I'm gonna show you that. I gotta take care of something here. It's just looking so old and ratty. There, I'll show it to you. Look at the nasty stuff on it. All right, it's even turning green over here. It's just a pig pen. It's just so nasty. I gotta get all that stuff off there and get it brightened up. There's a spot up here, a little test spot I cleaned up here right to this line. Even cleaned that a while back and didn't even get all the stuff off of it. But just overall, just so dingy, crappy looking. I just can't have it. I just can't take it anymore. I gotta get this thing cleaned up. And mechanically speaking, I wouldn't dare. I just wouldn't go across the country in it the way it sits. Like I say, the things I mentioned earlier with the oil change and the exhaust, I need to go through the brakes. I think the front brakes are good. I'm just gonna put new, take them off, have a look at things. I'll put fresh brake pads on it, and probably grease the whole front suspension, all components in the front suspension. The backs, they definitely need to come apart. Probably new drums, new wheel cylinders, bleed the system, and I don't know what else, but yeah, I better get busy, huh? I would do a short trip in it. It's yeah, we got groceries, and the tanks are dumped. We got fresh water. We're good to go, but I just wouldn't go far in it. I think we're full of water already. Yeah, it's starting to spit. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we're all geared up for a short trip. Even then, I'm starting to kind of worry about it. I better get it squared away. Okay, so look here. There's no excuse. I have no excuses for not having cleaner vehicles. There's a garden hose right here. All right, and right inside. Yeah, look. Okay, look how. Oh, never mind. I didn't. You can see where I did rub my finger. Look how nasty this thing is. Yeah, there's no excuse. There's water right there, and right inside here, I have some pretty good car wash products, or vehicle wash. I do have a little portable 1700 psi. Now that's not, when it comes to pressure washers, that's not real impressive, but it's pretty okay. It does a pretty good job, actually. And I've never used this thing. I wonder if this is like one of those foam cannon things. I might actually try to use this. I might put some soap in here and hook it up and actually try this. Maybe soak it down, let it soak a while. And then right down here, I have a whole bucket, a nice 5-gallon bucket, and you know, with a tire brush and a mitt, you know, one of the mitts you put in your hand. And otherwise, what we got here? A little bit low. No, it doesn't take much of this stuff. Rain-X high foaming car wash. Oh, high foaming? Maybe in this? I might have to try. Might have to. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and bring this out. I'm not gonna delay it any longer, or not much longer. We are gonna delay it only long enough. I don't want to start washing it and get the ground all wet for all the longer it takes to change the oil. You know, I did get out my drain pan. This little one, it would hold all that oil. It's the Coachman. This is better for cars and trucks and stuff that only like holds, you know, 5 quarts. The Coachman holds 7. This thing gets pretty full, and then it's hard to move once it's full. I get this big pan. It's so much easier to drain the oil, and easily holds it, and plus you can drop the filter, let it fly in here. This is so much better suited. Make less mess on the ground. Well, it seems like you always spill some. Somehow, some way, a little bit always seems to escape. And I got my filter out here and plenty of oil. There's 5 quarts, plus I'll need an additional 2 out of the other one. I know Fram in the last so many years has kind of gotten a bad rap. People have cut them in half and looked and seen what's inside, like a cardboard filter element. You know, I think they kind of all have that paper element in them. I don't know why they all of a sudden got a bad name, but it's gotten around. But Fram has been around for many, many, many decades and has helped filter and protect many, many engines. I'm okay with Fram. I can't believe everything you hear on the internet. So, yeah, I think I'll get that knocked out. I am a little curious. Before I go drain the oil out of it, how much oil is in it anyway? I haven't checked it in a while. It's about, it says add, whoops, it's actually about 1 quart low. But the, I'll tell you this, it took, the Coachman uses, I mean, for an engine of this era, with, I think it has 70-some thousand miles on it, it only used 1 quart. I haven't added any oil in it. That's been since I changed the oil last. And this, it has about, I'd have to look to know exactly, but it has about 4,000, probably a little over 4,000 miles since the last oil change. Now don't beat me up too bad if you're one of those that believe it should be changed every 3,000 miles. Okay, don't beat me up. 4 to 5 before the oil actually starts getting. At 3, it's just like the oil's not even discolored hardly. So I run it a little bit longer until I get a little bit of discoloration. So yeah, I get the more like 4,000. I like to change it. So 4,000 miles, it's used like 1 quart of oil. That's, to me, like I say, this engine in this era with the miles, using 1 quart, just 1 quart of oil over 4,000 miles, that's pretty low oil consumption in my book anyway. I'm happy with that. But we're gonna get it all changed up and filled back up. Nice new filter. Are you gonna come over here and help? Where'd you go? Huh? She says no. She says, I'm getting out of here. All right, so it's easy enough. I think if I remember right, that bolt, that drain, the drain plug is the 9/16. Let's get this out of here. All right. And this is impossible. This is the impossible part. That I bring a shop ride with me because I'm about to get oil all over my hand. There's got to be some trick to do it quickly. Okay, minimal. All right. All right, and up here, There we go. There's our filter hiding up there. Okay, let's get this off of here. Let's get it off. All right, wasn't too much trouble. Let's see how much more oil I can get on my hand here. Oh, here it comes. I just drop that right in the pan. All right, we'll let that all drain for a short while. All right, a little bit of oil on the gasket. Okay, I don't pre-fill my filters. Never have. Let's go about, oh, right about there. You know what? I've changed my oil since I was able to. Yeah, since I was a teenager, and you know, I've just never filled them. They just start so. You just, you know, I just don't. Okay. We're down to putting this plug back in. Get some oil back in it. I could let that sit. You know, once it gets down to a drip, you know, I don't. That's good enough. That's good enough. I could let it drip. Sit there and drip for a long time, and you know, what do you get out of it? Another half a teaspoon. You know, you can never completely drain them. There's places where it's trapped anyway. Let's get that good and tight. We're done down here. That's all there is to it. Oh, there you are. Here, can I hand you these wrenches and this wrench and this stuff? And I can get out of here. Okay. Okay. I'm done under there. All right, move, girl, move. Come on. All right, let's get some oil back in it. All right, I'll dump the oil in a minute. I decided, I changed my mind about putting this donut gasket in the driver's side, and I'll tell you why. That my experience has been with, especially since I had the Bounder, and it had problem with these donut gaskets, the exhaust donut gaskets. You know, I put a set in, and it seemed like, I don't know if I had 1,000 miles in or whatever, and it blew the new ones out. And then I put another set in, and they seemed to, it was the same part number and everything. It was a different part number than this. It was had slightly different, you know, exhaust manifolds. And then I put another set in, and they just seemed to like last for, I don't know, it lasted till I got rid of it. So it's just maybe hit and miss with these if you get them just right. I mean, especially the crushable type. So these are completely independent. There's it's got a true independent dual exhaust. It's not a Y pipe that, you know, it's this one's undisturbed. I haven't, when I replaced that one, that was blown out. The thing was so loud that I just assumed they're probably both leaking. Well, when I finished, when I put that one in, it quieted down beautifully. I don't think this side is leaking at all. Maybe I'm better off leaving well enough alone. I don't know if all that just made sense or not, but you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So I don't know if that thing's gonna last for 50 more miles, 500, 5,000. I don't know. You know, if it's not leaking, don't disturb it. I thought maybe it'd be like preventive maintenance. Just go ahead and put, maybe, I'm thinking these are the better ones than the crushable type. I thought maybe I'm gonna put that in there and I'll never have to worry about it again. But then somebody commented and said, actually, that these can go bad. It takes longer. And I don't know why they would, but if that's the case, maybe I'm just better off. I'll just, I did record the part number too, so down there, these were hard to find. I had to call Felpro, their support thing, tell them what I had, and they come up with these. You don't find these at the auto parts store, okay? They can order them in, but I had to come up with a part number from Felpro first, and I says, hey, can you get these? You know, the auto parts store. I says, yeah, we can get them. We don't stock them, but we can get them. So that's how that all happened. Maybe I'm better off just hanging on to this one as a spare. That one's fixed. That one's not leaking. Let's just leave that alone. Call that done. All right, let me get some oil back in here. Yeah, there just really is no super easy way to put oil back in the Coachman. This thing's high enough that you can't put a funnel here, because then you can't, you know, and it's actually, if I had it by the quarts, I could easily dump a quart in there. But I buy it by the 5-quart jugs, and it's just not quite as easy. Yeah. Huh. I need a better way. I need a better way, but it's not going to happen. I just have to struggle and get it in here. Woo, easy, easy, easy. All right, that's almost 7 quarts. We're gonna spill a little bit. That's kind of difficult to do. There's no room for a funnel and be able to do that, so I did as best I could. It did spill some. This will probably start it up, let it warm up a little bit, and then check it, and probably have to top it off. No? Good. Yeah, she's a little cold-blooded. And that exhaust noise you hear is not from up here. It's not leaking up here anymore. That's all coming out of the exhaust pipe back by the back tire and echoing off the side of the garage. No, but it's all quiet up underneath here now. All right, now let's go to oil pressure. Yeah, the filter's all full, and you know, oil's all circulating back through the engine again. Gonna give that a couple minutes to drain down, and I'll recheck it and then top that off. I nailed it. It's sort of like right on the full mark. Okay, I guess we can call that done. I'll get back to, we might get back in here again and take care of a thing or two. Nothing really critical going on there, but yeah, we might take care of something before we go hitting the road for the season. If not, it's all right. All right, so what all is in this bucket anyway? The car wash. I think it's pretty concentrated. I think we're only supposed to put in a, I don't know, it's not a whole lot per gallon. That's probably enough to wash a whole bunch of cars. And what? Okay, tire brush, a couple of microfiber things there. And I got 2 of these mitts somewhere. Got a 2-pack. Okay, and this telescoping brush. You know, on the bright side of things, okay, it's not going to be near as big of a job that it was washing the Bounder. That was, you know, a full 12 feet longer, yeah, and taller. So probably a full foot taller. So yeah, this job will seem small in comparison. Yeah, I don't know how much, so I just put some in there, and by the amount of suds that's there, I think I put enough in. Look at a nice full bucket of it here. So that should be, yeah, I think I added enough. All right, we're actually all hooked up outside here. Let me see, we got the little Greenworks is the brand. Just another cheapo. There is a nice pressure washer inside here. It's gas powered. I think it's close to 3,000 psi. It's really powerful, but you know, because I don't want to blast the decals off of it or whatever, I just don't want to put super high pressure to the Coachman. Maybe enough to take the heavy stuff off, some of the grime, but mainly it's gonna have a good going over hand scrubbing. So that's gonna be, it's all plugged in, and oh, it's on, it's pressurized, so I don't have a wand or anything on it yet, but okay, we're ready for action. Now, okay, so that's the normal. Is that the right? Is something missing there? I don't think so. I think that's correct. But here's what I'm curious about. Well, I should probably even make sure. I don't know, that's been in storage up and down and around. I hope I haven't lost any pieces to it. But is the O-ring still on it good? Let me just make sure. Let's just see what we got. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so that's good. Now, what I'd really be surprised, what I want to know, and what I'd be really surprised it would be, if this actually acts like a foam cannon. I really doubt. I don't think it's. I think it's. I don't know what to make of it. I've never used a foam cannon before. I don't know if this is what this is, or if this is just a way to add a little bit of soap to your pressure washing. I'd be really surprised if it. You know, if it just lays on a nice thick layer of sudsy foams, foamy sudsy foams on it. That should be plenty enough to find out. All right. I'd be pleased. I'd be surprised if that's what's going to happen here though. So, yeah, pressure washing, I've always just used just pressurized water. I've never added any kind of solvent or soap to it. Let's see what's going to happen. Yeah. Let's have a look. Well, it certainly does add soap. It's yeah, it's not the foamy. It's not the foam I'd like to have. You know, at this stage of things, I think that'd just be a big waste of soap, really. If it was thicker, actually, I mean, it might be okay to, you know, put on a layer and let it kind of soak, like a pre-soak. Let that soap kind of work a little bit, and then scrub. Maybe I'll do it in sections. I'll spray it down with soap, give it a couple of minutes, and then hand scrub it. That's probably how to use this without wasting a terrible amount of soap. Just trying to. Yeah, that really did nothing. That really did nothing. Now on the back, where it's got like heavier, nastier layer, back there it might help. But yeah, so you know, they would just. I don't know if that's gonna be helpful or not. Now the things could be used to go over it by hand, hand scrub all that now, and give it a rinse. This door, it seemed to help, but it's a different texture than the side. Okay, that does nothing, and that doesn't do a whole lot. It seemed like it did right here a little bit. I think it did better without the soap. So yeah, it's maybe I need a more aggressive solvent or soap. I'll change my mind. Heck with them decals. Some of them, you know, whatever. This is gonna be a job. I'm gonna fire up the big pressure washer. There's that grime on there. You know, I went and washed it and it is better, but you know what, there's still that layer of grime that I think it needs more pressure, and I think I need better soap. So, because the amount of scrubbing to get it clean, that section, okay, it's gonna just make a job. It doesn't have to be this hard. I mean, there's definitely a difference, okay? Washed that whole kind of section right there. It's definitely brighter. But I can, you know, easily see kind of dark spots that it's just kind of, you can just kind of see it through there. It's not nice and clean like it ought to be. It's and it took some scrubbing. I'm up on a ladder and I'm scrubbing and scrubbing a couple of times over, and phew, that's gonna be a big job if I don't, yeah, more pressure, and I think a little more aggressive soap. Okay, I got the big pressure washer out. Gonna start from the top down. It's the right way to do it. It's completely do the roof, all the solar panels, the vent covers, everything. Get all that dirt down off the top. Wait till you see the back. This is completely embarrassing. The looks like something that set out in the wood for 10 years. It just, here it is. Look how filthy. It never looked this dirty until I started cleaning it. Right? We looked at it earlier. Yeah, it was dirty, but look how nasty. I'm embarrassed. Okay. So I think the plan here is going to be, I'm going to go around and get all the, the heavy layer off. Even with the bigger pressure washer, it still leaves a little bit of an area, like I showed earlier, that real fine black that still sticks on. It comes off better, but there's places where it's just still there. So I'm going to consider this round one, really just getting the bulk of it off, and it's going to require me running down to Lowe's or home improvement store, I think, and get the good, what is it? I think there's a product called Crud Cutter. It's really good at dissolving like mold, mildew, algae, that sort of thing. Spray it on, wait a couple of minutes, spray it off, maybe some light scrubbing with my telescoping brush. But we're gonna have to go around two to really get this thing clean. So I think that's all we got for now. We'll be back. I gotta get this job complete properly and thoroughly, right? All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out today and helping me get this project started. So that's all we got. All right, I'll see you next time.